What's going on, guys? Jimenez here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer content. And today is going to be Saturday the 1st of August. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. And finally, drop a comment below, I'll try to respond to as many as I can. So the first confirmed deal today was featured a couple days ago, but it's all official as of Thursday. So Celtic's search for a new number one goalkeeper is over. That's after signing AEK Athens player Vasilis Barkas. It's a £4.5 million deal and he signed a 4-year contract with the club. The Scottish champions have splashed out on the Greek goalie. That's after Fraser Forster rejected a return to Parkhead. And next up we have got Andrea Pirlo. He has officially been named the manager of Juventus's under-23 side. The former midfielder who did play for Juve for 4 seasons, he's taken his first steps into coaching. And then we have got some bad news for Newcastle fans, but it's kind of news they were probably expecting, and they have pretty much been in this situation before. So the Saudi-backed consortium led by Amanda Staveley, they have formally withdrawn their bid to buy Newcastle United. They say the amount of time the takeover has taken, coupled by global uncertainty, is forced them to pull out of a deal. So they were close to having the richest owners in world football, and that is why Coutinho's on your screen, by the way, as he was one of the potential targets if it went through. And I also understand the other point of it, that it was a very controversial takeover, and if you're not too sure why, I'd recommend reading up about it. And next up we have got a story from ESPN. They're saying Tyrone Mings is among those on Manchester United's summer shopping list. Various options are being considered by the Red Devils. That's in their bid to bring another centre-half on board to play alongside Harry Maguire, with Milan star Alessio Romagnoli another possible target. But it could be they raid the ranks of Aston Villa for an England international, though his price now may be a bit higher because they avoided relegation. And by the way, sorry if you can hear loads of birds and seagulls in the background, it's really hot in England right now, and I can't really do the commentary with my window closed. But next up we have got a story for United again, and this one is from La Vue du Nord. They're saying Manchester United have joined Everton and Napoli, that's in making a €13 million including bonuses offer to Lille, that's for 22-year-old defender Gabriel. The player himself is expected to make a decision on his future next week, and he has got a lot of offers on the table. Alongside the 3 clubs mentioned, apparently PSG have also put a bid in. Another story from La Vue du Nord this time about Lille is that the Ligue 1 side are set to make a third proposal to sign 20-year-old Canadian international attacker Jonathan David. Ghent have rejected 2 bids so far. The first one was worth 25 mil plus a further 5 in additional bonuses. The second was 27 mil and 2 million in bonuses, and both were viewed as unacceptable by the Belgian club. The Lille board are convinced by the player's potential, as well as his desire to join a Ligue 1 club. Thus, they will make a final offer and a third offer worth about €30 million, and that excludes any bonuses. And next up we have got a story from Sky Sports Italy. They're saying Benevento are gearing up their return to Serie A, and they're looking to sign some experienced and big name players this summer. The report does claim they're working on bringing ex-Arsenal and Roma attacker Gervinho to the club from Parma, while Juventus's Marco Piazza is the latest on their list of targets. And for Piazza, he was a player that a few years ago had so much potential, but his career has gone downhill very quickly. Leeds United are planning to sign 2 English players this summer. Those 2 players are going to be Everton midfielder Fabian Delph, who is 30, and Tottenham fullback Danny Rose, who is also 30. Marcelo Bielsa looks for players with Premier League experience before their top flight return, and in fact both Delph and Rose, I believe they were from Leeds' academy. Another little story this time is actually going to be a confirmed deal. They have announced the signing of 20-year-old defender Sven Botman, and it's from Ajax. The transfer fee is about €8 million or up to 9 million, and he signed a 5-year contract. West Ham have overtaken Arsenal in the race to land Manchester City defender John Stones, and this is according to the Daily Star. The Gunners have been mulling over a bid for the England international, but the Hammers have now put a £20 million offer, or they have got an offer ready to go in. And for City, they are very close to signing Nathan Ake, so it could well be the end of John Stones at the Etihad Stadium. Newly promoted West Bromwich Albion and Ligue 1 side Lille, yet again being mentioned, they are set to fight it out for the services of Rangers striker Alfredo Morelos. According to the Daily Record, Lille will offer £17 million for the Colombian striker, and now the Baggies are keen to up their £12 million bid from last summer as they want to increase their attack for next season. And Gerrard did come out and say yesterday that Lille are very far away from signing Morelos. That's despite the contradicting reports last week. Tottenham are working on a deal to sign Pierre-Emile Højbjerg from Southampton. Talks are still ongoing between the two clubs to find an agreement, and this is from Fabrizio Romano. He does also go on to add that a player linked to Spurs is Nicolo Zaniolo from Roma, but that transfer there is no chance whatsoever. Barcelona, Chelsea and Inter Miami, they've all made contract offers to Willian. The Brazilian winger's deal at Chelsea has expired now, but they hope to convince him to sign on for another season. Willian, however, he wants a 3-year deal, and Sky Sports say Barca are willing to oblige, so they're offering him a 3-year contract, but the best deal on the table for him right now in regards to a salary is from Inter Miami. And if you go back about 18 months or 2 years ago, there were a lot of rumours speculating that Chelsea rejected a bid from Barca for Willian, and they were ready to pay like £50 million or so. Liverpool have made an offer for Real Betis' Aissa Mandi. This is according to Cadena Coppe. The defender has a contract with Betis through 2021, but the club and player are nowhere near close to sealing a renewal. As a result of this, Liverpool are prepared to swoop in and sign him. They're looking for a replacement for Dejan Lovren, and Mandi could be available for about €10 million. A player that featured yesterday is going to be Callum Wilson, and a new story today from Eurosport is that Tottenham are ready to swoop for relegated Bournemouth striker Callum Wilson. Spurs are ready to pay £10 million, that's in order to secure a backup player for Harry Kane next season. Leicester City are considering a move for Bournemouth playmaker David Brooks. With the Cherries being relegated from the Premier League, Leicester are looking to profit by snaring the Welsh international, this according to the Daily Express. Brooks is also being chased by West Ham, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. RB Leipzig midfielder Amadou Haidara is a target for Monaco, this according to Foot Mercato. Haidara is contracted in Germany until 2023, and it's unclear if Monaco would be able to afford a move for the 22-year-old. And next one could be a confirmed deal very soon according to Calcio Mercato. They're saying Cengiz Ünder is close to completing a move to Napoli. The winger has already reached personal agreement with the Serie A side, but Roma had refused their bids initially. But the two sides look set to come to an agreement for a fee of about €31 million and allow the Turkish international to make the switch. And now we have an interesting story that kind of ties into the next one after this as well, and the source is going to be, I think it's a Portuguese outlet, 00. They're saying Wolves are close to completing the signing of SC Braga striker Paulinho. The Premier League club are prepared to activate the €30 million or £27 million clause that's in the 27-year-old's current contract. Paulinho has scored 25 goals in 45 matches for Braga this season, and that's in all competitions. So this story does tie into one from RTP. They're saying Wolves star Raul Jimenez, he is on his way to Manchester United. The club is already prepared for Jimenez's imminent departure, making a move to sign striker Paulinho from Braga. Wolves' push to sign Paulinho comes with the blessing of Nuno Espirito Santo, that is a manager of Wolves, as well as super agent Jorge Mendes, who does do a lot of the business between Wolves and their new transfers. And Raul Jimenez is a fantastic player because he doesn't just offer being a very good goal scorer. Alongside that, he's very good at link-up play, his passing is good, his dribbling is good, and he also helps defensively. A short one from RAC1 is that Arsenal are in talks with Barca, that's over a potential loan deal of Felipe Coutinho. His salary will be shared by both clubs, and there were rumours last week though saying that Arsenal could offer Guendouzi and 50 mil for Coutinho, but the Emirates Club or Emirates Stadium Club did reject that because they don't really have the money to splash about. A story which broke from Fabrizio Romano up next is that Inter are keen on signing Tottenham's record transfer Tanguy Ndombele. The Serie A club have made initial contact with Spurs over a deal for the 23-year-old who has been frozen out of the first team by Jose Mourinho. The two clubs will consider some swap deals over the upcoming weeks, and they have got a good relationship after the Christian Eriksen deal. The France international has made just 2 substitute appearances for the London side, and that is since football restarted just over a month ago. And his first season at Spurs hasn't really worked out at all. Obviously, he came with a lot of potential and still has got that potential, but unfortunately for him, hasn't really shown much of it yet. And Fabrizio Romano does add that one of the potential swap deals that could be spoke about is a deal with Ndombele going to Inter and Milan Skriniar going to Tottenham. Jadon Sancho's anticipated move to Manchester United has moved closer. That's as Borussia Dortmund are willing to agree on an initial fee of £60 million. And that's according to The Independent, but it does go on to mention that obviously it wouldn't just be 60 mil. It looks like it'd be a further 60 on top of it via bonuses, but the bonuses would probably be pretty easy to achieve. So they're still looking at paying over 100 million for him, just it wouldn't be 100 million up front. And Bild are saying Dortmund are looking at replacements for Jadon Sancho, and one of those players is Lyon forward Memphis Depay. The Dutchman only has 1 year left on his current contract at Lyon, though the German side would be more than happy for Sancho to remain at the club for next season. I think obviously Depay would be a fantastic addition because he's very versatile, can play left wing, right wing or down the middle, and they could probably get a cut price deal because of his contract. And the final story today is from a few different journalists, but in regards to reliability, they're not too fantastic. But they're saying PSG have made an inquiry about Mohamed Salah. Liverpool's response was that he's not for sale and this transfer looks like it wouldn't happen. But the player himself did mention last week that you never know what the future holds. It turns out that Salah deal wasn't the last one of the episode because I clicked stop recording and straight after that Napoli announced a massive signing. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned earlier in the episode that I don't know how this deal isn't confirmed yet, but finally Victor OSIMHEN is a Napoli player. The 21-year-old Nigerian striker has signed from Lille and its initial €50 million deal. It can rise to 60 million due to possible add-ons, and that's despite French media reporting a couple weeks ago that Lille were demanding 80 million, that's for the former Wolfsburg forward. He has signed a contract until 2025 and he becomes Napoli's record signing. But that guys is going to be it for this video, so if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.